Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. Oh, let's put this away. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, that'll do. This is a Savinelli Church Warden. I forget what I'm smoking in it. I think it's, it's some of my Bullseye. Anyway, just wanted to show off a pistol. This is a 1903 pocket hammerless that has been through the ringer. I mean, if you look at these grips, they're just worn smooth. Getting it to lock open is a bear. You got to actually use a tool to move this safety into the position. I think this one's just about reached its max period of life because, I mean, it's sort of like if you look at a 1960s, 1970 Chevy or Ford, they're good for about 4,000 miles. Today's cars are good for 200,000 or 300,000 miles. Well, the thing is normally guns don't have built-in obsolescence, but this one I think may have had 70,000, 80,000 rounds thrown through it over the years. It's called a pocket hammerless, and it actually is a hammer-fired gun, but it has a shrouded hammer underneath the slide here. This is kind of a famous gun. Bonnie Parker had one of these taped to her thigh when she went in to visit Clyde Barrow and handed it to him, and he used it to escape from jail. John Dillinger had one of these on him when they shot him down at that theater. And Al Capone used to carry one around. Hell, Willie Sutton used one. A lot of criminals had them, but they were very popular with a lot of other users. For one thing, the U.S. Army handed these out to generals. It's a funny thing that generals, the higher ranking the officer, the smaller the pistol that they would hand him. A lot of German officers carried 25 autos as their badge of office as such. Japanese officers carried 7mm baby Nambus. Same sort of thing. You know, just higher the officer, smaller the gun. And this one was a general officer's pistol of the United States Army up until about 1970-ish, when they went to an M15, which was sort of this is not an M15. This is more like a Colt Commander. It was a Colt of about this model. And a few of the generals that are still in the Pentagon today probably have a few of these around. Usually they had an engraved thing with the general's name and a general officer's model in gold leaf or something on it. You know, I think Patton had one of these with stars all over it to denote his humility. But anyway, this was a long lasting gun in the U.S. Armory because of that. And this one is about that age. I think this is probably from around the 1900s or the 19-teens. And it's just, like I said, it's beat to hell, but it's an example of type. And I love it for that. It does shoot well, but it just looks like it really needs to be put out to pasture. It's not your pristine, all matching, looks like it just came out of the factory yesterday type. I could put new grips on it, I suppose, but yeah, I'll leave it the way it is, warts and all, just to show off its age and heritage, as it were. You know, I like older pistols that really show their rough treatment, because this one's probably been through the wars. It doesn't have any markings on it that denote a government property. I can't tell because most of the writing on it has been completely worn off just over the years. Looks like it was re-blued at some point because the bluing is in pretty good shape. It has a few war marks here and here. That's holster marks. But all of the markings on it are pretty faded. You know, there's not much in the way of markings on it. Let's see, what does it say right there? I can't tell offhand. But there's just serial number. That's about it in terms of markings. It's just the serial number. But this is a standard Colt pocket hammerless, and that's a correct Colt magazine. And by the way, it is empty. I don't usually leave 32s loaded because, well, actually there are 2 of them in this room that are loaded, but I know which 2, and this isn't one of them. But it's a nice pistol, I think. You know, what do you think? You know. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention something else. Recently, I've gotten a whole bunch of new subscribers. I think I have 1,300 and some odd now. Thank you. But the thing about YouTube, they keep raising the bar, saying, okay, you've got to get up to this many subscribers and that many views and this many whatevers. And every time I get near what you need to have to be monetized and stuff, then they up it again and again and again. And I don't understand it, but the thing is, I don't care because I don't really expect to be monetized. I do this for fun. I don't do this for to become an influencer, make money, or do any of that kind of crap. I do it because I enjoy history, and the history of ordnance is my latest mania. So, you know, I love it. And I know a lot of the folks who watch me like it too. So thank you for watching. Remember that we're out here. If you really like, you can subscribe. But you know, I don't really see. I mean, the thing is, sort of like when I put videos up on Rumble, all the time I'm getting these remarks from people saying, "You too can get more views if you have me promote you on Instagram and TikTok and blah blah blah." And I'm thinking, good Lord, you know, why? Why? The way you get people to view a video is make good content. It's not that hard, you know. And you know, and just these shysters that go after people like that. I mean, it's I guess the sign of our times. Anyway, 1903 pocket hammerless officer's model, they were called. Pretty interesting gun with an interesting heritage. Happy trails.